In a region already simmering with tension, Venezuela's President Nicolás Maduro has made an explosive claim that his nation has deployed 5,000 modern Russian anti-aircraft missiles, all aimed at deterring American forces.
Enough already of the dirty campaign against Venezuela. Enough. Let us defend true Venezuelans. Any military force in the world knows the power of the Igla-S, and Venezuela has no more and no less than 5,000 Igla-S in key anti-aircraft defense positions to guarantee what? Peace, stability, the tranquility of our people, more than 5,000, and the ranch burning. Those who understood, understood.
This announcement made on live television comes as U.S. naval forces, including an aircraft carrier strike group, conduct active counter-narcotics operations just off the Venezuelan coast. Operations that Caracas decries as illegal aggression and a prelude to invasion. But is this claim a credible threat or a desperate bluff? The answer appears to be a complex mix of both. The weapon at the center of the controversy is the Russian-made Igla-S, a man-portable air defense system man-parts. This is no relic. It is a modern, effective weapon with a 6-kilometer range, proving to be devastating against low-flying aircraft, helicopters, and drones in conflicts like Ukraine. The number, however, is where analysis meets skepticism. A stockpile of 5,000 man-parts is enormous, representing an air defense capability larger than that of most NATO countries. Military analysts widely agree that this figure is largely an exaggeration, a piece of political theater. But in asymmetric warfare, the exact number is secondary to the threat it creates. Even if the real number is just a fraction of the claim, deploying hundreds or thousands of these fire-and-forget missiles will create a lethal, overlapping kill zone. It will make any US helicopter-borne anti-drug raid or low-altitude air operation prohibitively dangerous. This man-portable missile threat does not exist in a vacuum. It is meant to serve as a dense, low-altitude layer in an already formidable Russian-built air defense network. Venezuela is known to operate advanced long-range S-300 VM systems, which can engage targets 150 miles away, as well as the medium-range Buk M2E. Their Sukhoi fighter jets are also armed with anti-ship missiles. So their strategy is clear. Long-range S-300 keeps US surveillance and command and control aircraft at bay. Medium-range Buk targets fighter jets and bombers. Short-range Igla-S creates a bubble of high danger for helicopters and low-flying strike aircrafts, the very assets that will be used in a targeted operation. This layered system is designed to make any US military intervention impossibly costly, forcing a reliance on expensive cruise missiles and high-altitude drones rather than conventional and more effective air power. This announcement is not just aimed at Washington. It's also about Maduro's own political standing and his powerful allies. Venezuela held a highly contentious presidential election in July 2024. Following his disputed victory, Maduro is now projecting an image of strength to consolidate his power domestically and show his military commanders he is not intimidated. This move is also a clear signal of support from Venezuela's key allies, Russia and China, who have recently held joint military exercises with Venezuela and secured access to its ports. They have also jointly condemned the US military presence at the UN, giving Maduro the geopolitical cover to make such bold claims. The White House, for its part, is not backing down. Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, stated that the administration does not view Maduro as a legitimate president, but as the head of a narco-terror cartel, doubling down on the justification for the U.S. naval operations.
The president has spoken on that, Reagan, and I certainly won't get ahead of him. What we've made very clear is that this administration is not going to tolerate international narco-terrorist organizations from trafficking drugs into the United States. And these cartels over time have grown more armed, well-organized, and violent. They have financial means, sophistication, and capabilities needed to operate in the way this administration has. And they have illegally caused the deaths of tens of thousands of American citizens each year. So that's where we are right now with respect to Venezuela, but also any country that is sending purposefully illegal narco-terrorists to the United States of America to bring illegal drugs.
The strategic parallels to the conflict in Europe are becoming increasingly clear to analysts. Just as Russia views NATO's support for Ukraine as a strategic challenge in its region, Russia and China increasingly treat Venezuela as a key partner in a region historically aligned with the US. This partnership extends beyond simple arms sales. It is part of a broader strategic alignment aimed at creating a multipolar world, one where global influence is more distributed. In this framework, nations like Russia, China, and Iran cooperate on technology, intelligence, and economic support to counterbalance US influence. For Russia, this involves geopolitical pushback. By conducting joint military exercises, sending strategic bombers, and supplying advanced arms, Russia signals that it can project power directly into the Western Hemisphere. For China, this involves a deeper economic and infrastructure-based strategy. By becoming Venezuela's financial lifeline of last resort and investing in its ports and oil field, Beijing establishes a long-term economic foothold that can be leveraged for strategic advantage. In this context, Venezuela becomes a focal point for these larger geopolitical tensions. The US naval deployment is seen not only by Caracas but also by Beijing as a direct challenge to a Chinese-backed partner, a mirror image of US objections to Chinese naval activity in the South China Sea. Maduro's missile claim then is a move made with the full backing of patrons who see Venezuela as a valuable, disruptive asset right on America's doorsteps. Ultimately, whether Venezuela has 500 or 5,000 of these missiles is almost irrelevant. The claim itself, backed by the implicit support of Russia and China, successfully shifts the regional dynamics. It transforms the Caribbean into a high-risk zone and forces US military planners to account for a threat that is easy to hide, simple to operate, and politically explosive.